The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 37, Nasdaq's up 46, S&Ps are up 6. We have the gold contract up 450 at 1,226. You have silver up 13 cents, $17 flat. Platinum is trading up $1.50 at 9.36. Light sweet crude's caught a bid here. That's up 173 at $45.05. The 10-year note down 2 ticks, 126.18. 30-year bond up 20 at 155.01. And good old King Dollar up 70 ticks at 100.190. The euro's at 107. The yen's at 108. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Good morning. How's it going?
Going great, man. So another day, volatility continues in the marketplace. Little change of deal out here today with the Nasdaq catching a bid, the Dow coming down, and we'll see where these bonds want to go.
Yeah. I mean, it'd just be interesting. There's some Fed speakers out there today that are talking, right? 3 different Fed speakers of some sort.
Right.
So that has the ability, of course, with the Fed meeting next meeting, to throw some fuel on the fire either way, for sure. There's
no doubt. And, talk about education, talk about TFNN folks tomorrow, okay, is Education Day at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. We got our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks from TD Ameritrade. And don't forget, every trading day right here at TFNN, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time, folks. Great show, swim lessons. Tomorrow, all day at TD Ameritrade is Education Day. You can, of course, get the swim lesson program right on your cell phone. Go to TFNN.com, hit Tiger TV, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, everybody. I sense I'm talking to a bunch of remote players today, all over the world.
Yeah, you know what's going on? I still got this lousy cold, and so, we're at 3 different locations, except that Tommy is only about 50 yards, about 25 yards away from me in another
Gotta love
office.
Technology. Built-in studio right in my computer with Skype.
Totally.
There you go.
Amazing.
It is amazing what you can pull off. I know, man.
Right. But, I mean, Tom, what you were talking about, right?
Yes.
There's been such, I call it, the mother of all sector changes.
Right.
I mean, they have rotated into these names. And now, after several days of this, now the dust is starting to settle, right? NASDAQ, you're right. They were rolling, into the Russell and out of the NASDAQ. Now the NASDAQ is getting a little overcooked.
Yep.
And it's catching a bid, right? The bonds are kind of settling here at these levels. Oil definitely caught a bid today. It's much higher. Remember, you've got inventories coming out tonight, tomorrow morning. So, it's going to be really interesting what the next leg of this new market is, right?
It is. I know.
From the Clinton economy to the Trump economy.
Right. Listen, and you can see the market trying to settle it out. You know what's interesting is that there was a couple articles in the Journal today, and it had to do with the aspect that the market wasn't ready for this. And I was really digging that. The reason being is that, what's so funny is that my take is that when people always say the market always knows what's going on, I've never agreed with that. It's like,
no.
You know what I mean? It's like, what do you mean? You know what I mean? But it's when I saw those articles, I said, well, hey, guess what? And you can see it. As you just said, you can see the shifting in all of these, where they're buying, where they're selling,
Right. I mean, think about it. I mean, some of the relationships are incredible. Like, they rolled out of the gun makers and into the defense contractors.
Right.
Because the Second Amendment is probably safe now, so there was no rush to buy guns anymore. I mean,
that is crazy. I know. Yeah.
How about General Motors rallying 10% while Tesla's down?
Yeah.
Right. All these great. And the one that surprised me the most, Tom, was the one out of Amazon and into the bricks and mortar retailers. Macy's and Nordstrom's and TJ Maxx's and things like that. Now Amazon, they're all kind of snapping back today because they're all catching a little bit because they got overcooked. But I thought it was fascinating, some of the huge, unbelievable rotation.
And what that does, that just gets so many opportunities for so many trades, man.
Exactly.
I mean, because it seems to me, I don't care how much they rotate into the bricks and mortars, man. Amazon's not going away.
No, exactly. I mean, hopefully, the way Amazon snaps back today, hopefully some people, it's that question, right? Do you add a little more here if you're long Amazon?
I know.
Or wait it out.
I
right?
know.
And that's the decision you have to make. But
we were having a similar conversation.
Pretty cheap prices.
Yes, yesterday, Kevin, we have a similar conversation about Facebook.
Right.
Just into how much it had gotten hurt, and guess what? Nobody's going to go in to their boss and say, "I'm going to stop spending money on Facebook." Regardless. So
right.
they will be okay,
names, right?
Yes.
All the fake names took a little hit. Even Apple was down $3 yesterday. I mean, Apple. Think about it. Apple's about $13, $14 off its high.
Right.
Of this last move. So I mean, there's some big popular names in this new economy that are getting awfully cheap here.
And the aspect with Trump, being president-elect, of them bringing money back, or the overseas money is up dramatically. So that's real cash coming back. Right here, folks, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, right on your cell phone, TFNN.com. Kevin, have a great one, a safe one. We look forward to the show.
Enjoy Vegas, guys. Come home with a little bit of money left.
We will. Tommy and I coming right back, folks. Stay right there.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tommy O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow down 26. NASDAQ is up 54. You get the S&Ps up 7.5. Let's go take a look inside that Dow to the strength versus the weakness. So the strength out here today is Microsoft. That's up 2.2%. Intel's up 2. You get Chevron up 2. Exxon's up 1.9. Taken away from it, Home Depot. That's down 2.2%. We'll go through that, Tom. They come out with numbers this morning. They were bidding up earlier, too, pre-market.
Okay.
J.P. Morgan is down 1.7. You get Boeing down 1.6. And American Express is down 1.3. If we go back to Home Depot, let's take a look at what this was saying. So Home Depot down $3. And Home Depot's third quarter profit topped analysts' estimates. The company raised its forecast for earnings this year, signaling confidence that Americans are going to continue to pour money into their houses. Bottom line is that the profit rose $1.60 a share. The estimate was $1.58. Bottom line, they made their numbers, but guess what?
They like the future too, right?
Yeah, they do. Exactly.
Yeah.
They do. You know, it's not a bad setup. Let's go take a look at this dollar. Let's see what we have out here. So, good old King Dollar, DXZ6. So she hit 100.265. Yesterday the high was 100.240. And let's see if that... Yep, you got a seller up here. Oh, this is going to get interesting. Okay, so we take a look at this in a 10-minute chart, folks. What you're going to see is this, is that your first sell was at 940, 2,100 contracts. And that didn't croak it. That only got it down to 100.090. But then the second one, which was even a smaller sell, which is 1,200, just basically brought it down. So... You know, this is going to get these bonds, the bonds and the dollar. It's it's all about that right now.
There's so many relationships trying to figure out what's going on.
There
like
is.
we're saying,
There is.
And just what we were talking about earlier in the last segment with Kevin, right? So it's interesting that nobody really was prepared for it, because if they were, it makes no sense. The market went down 1,100 points before in the span of like 12 hours. They figured out, wait a second, this isn't the end of the world. And when you think about how much money's at stake and the opportunities that would have been there, even if it was a long shot that Trump was going to win, like why weren't you having complex strategy meetings, all over Wall Street about if that was going to happen, where would benefit, where would not? And it seems like they had those meetings like at 8:30 the night of the election, trying to figure it out.
It was too late.
Any time before it, right? Which is crazy.
It is. There was a couple bond guys. One of the biggest one, Gunlap, I believe. The pronunciation might be wrong, but he is one guy that did have it. He's one of the biggest bond guys out there. And
and I'm sure that like a lot of really smart people were, ready to position themselves and made a lot of money from that. But the market overall, right?
Oh no, I agree. Exactly. There's an absolute, man. I mean, you're talking about very few people. Because I was
in the context of how big the market is, which is right.
And in the context that, you're in the market, you're a professional. I mean, the reality is that, the calculated odds were not done. That's
because people were selling, when the market was down 3% still. Yeah. So it's like those people didn't have a plan, that's for sure, right? Yeah. Or hadn't worked out, where they thought things were going to fall, or were just really wrong. Either way, or they just want it out. But that's the problem, right? You can't say, okay, I'll wait and see if it collapses 3% and then I'll bail with Trump coming in and maybe spending all this money and so
that quote that you just said, let me tell you, for the last 20 years in this market, every time I hear someone says, well, let it happen first, it's like, what are you talking about, man?
Right.
I mean, let it happen first. You're in the probability business, okay? If you let it happen first, great. You can go with the trend after that, but that's where most of the bread is either made or lost.
Sure, right.
Let's go to Ken in Kansas. Hey, Ken, what's going on?
Hi, good morning, you guys. I'm doing good.
Morning, Ken.
Hi. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about municipal bonds. I've been looking at IIM and DEA for a while, and I was wondering what you look like. They've come down quite a bit. I see they're both up a little bit this morning. I just wondering what your take on it.
Okay, so let's take a look. So you get IIM. This is Invesco Value Municipal Income Trust. Okay, the trust objective is the current income exempt from federal income tax. The fund invests in tax-exempt munis, which are covered by insurance guarantees with respect to timely payment of principal and interest. Let me just see what's inside this for a second.
Who covers the insurer?
Yeah, no, seriously, man. What's interesting here is that, let me just see this again. I want to read that again, because I know that the fund invests in tax-exempt municipal obligations which are covered by insurance guarantees with respect to timely payment of principal and interest. Okay. Well, saying you're going to get paid back. So you go from 17 to 14. Yeah, I wouldn't be getting my head wrapped around these. I mean, this looks like it go to 13, 18. And what happens with... So let's picture this, Ken, right? You can buy... So this is a bond fund, okay?
Right.
And what happens is that, like, okay, so the net asset value... Let me see if I can find the net asset value. So right now... Okay, so watch this. Right now, at $14.40, right? This is actually... What they're saying is that if you're watching Bloomberg, if you're watching TFNN, you're looking at my Bloomberg, see it says fund percent premium is minus 10%? So right now, this is trading, if they sold every bond out there, this is trading 10% underneath that, which in the context that if you knew that you could get that price, that's great, okay? You're buying something that's, selling 10% less. That being said, what happens with bond funds is that when everyone wants out, the destruction inside a bond fund is dramatic versus if you want to buy a muni, you can get munis that are insured, right? And if you're going to buy them, you buy them and you hold them until expiration and you know you're not going to lose money.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Have you ever done that?
No, I never have, no.
Okay, so... The difference between buying a bond, including munis, and buying a bond fund has to do with the aspect of, number one, getting your principal back and getting your interest back. When they're inside a fund, it goes just like this, that this is, if you're on the other side and you're selling something for 10% less than it's actually worth.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about regular bonds working that way. I didn't know that munis would work the same way.
Any bond fund does. That's what ends up happening. And what it has to do with the turnover, and it just has to do with, like anything else, if you buy and hold it and the government's going to pay you, it's still going to be worth more money versus trading it. If me and Tommy want to get out of something, hey, you want to get out of it. You want to get out of it early. It's worth less money. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Cooking, brother.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
Stay right there. Tommy and I are coming right back, folks. Dow right now is down 38. NASDAQ is up 51. S&Ps are up 7.5. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now, you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile-based scanner in the industry. Powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 40, NASDAQ is up 47, S&Ps are up 6.5. And if you do happen to be in Las Vegas, folks, Tommy and I are going to be there tomorrow night. It's Wednesday already tomorrow, right? Yeah.
It is Wednesday tomorrow, man, and we got an early flight. We got a 7 a.m. flight to Vegas. We'll be in Vegas by 9 a.m. Vegas time, and I believe the show starts at around 4:30, 5 o'clock maybe. 5 till 7, I want to say, for a reception opening tomorrow night, and then full days Thursday and Friday.
Come visit us. Caesar's
That's
Palace,
right.
folks. Caesar's Palace, Traders Expo. It's good you're in that room, too, Tom. It's funny.
I know. I said that. I was like,
what happens is that I wake up, you feel great, and I still feel great, but the congestion's still there. You know what I mean? I think once I start yapping, you know,
totally.
Yap.
Totally.
So hey, let's look at one of the Tigers are telling us that. Let's see. So we got the IBB. Let's go take a look at the IBB. The IBB is down 434. That's nothing heavy. This thing is a rocket ship off the lows. 246 now it's 288, so that's not doing much. The steel stocks that was a expansion of price. U.S. Steel. I mean, U.S. Steel in the 2 weeks have just gone from 17 up to 27, so it's testing out those highs up there.
And what is that on? Is that on the wall? Is that on just everything combined?
I think it's everything combined because what had happened is this. They're saying that the last few days are on the wall, but I don't buy that. The reason I don't buy it is
that's kind of go ahead.
If you go over to Valley, you know, the iron ore business in general had been going up tremendously, okay? Valley, the last 4 months just went from $3.90 up to $8. They're the largest iron ore producer.
Okay.
So it's like, this is still about China. You know, China, the amount, I think it is, the amount of building that they have over there. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, when commodities go down so dramatically as they did, you know, China buys less, guess what? You know, bottom line is that I saw the number, they had a report yesterday. So check this out, folks. We haven't built an airport, I think, since like 1980, somewhere like that in the United States, right? China in the last 3 years, I think, built 160 of them. It's like, really?
Yeah.
That's intense. That is a big number, right? I mean,
yeah.
So that's where these commodities go. Gold. Let's go take a look at gold. Gold's been all over the place this morning. It's up $3 right now. You're at 224. I mean 1224. It's been as high as 1231. Now, intraday, if you happen to be looking at this chart, I like how this is trading. Right now that high spike at 1229.60 is a buyer. That's what it comes down to. So this thing is building cause. They're trying to get up and over this 1231 area. We'll see where that baby does shake out, but some of the higher volume stocks out here, let's take a look at them. So Bank of America is down 32. Facebook's up 247. That's interesting when you got a $117 stock up or down $2, right? Microsoft,
right? Yeah.
Wells Fargo's down $1.60. You get J.P. Morgan down 160. You know what's going on? What's going to happen, folks, is that White, the head of the SEC, is putting her resignation in. So Trump is going to be.
He gets to put it. Does he get to choose the head of the SEC? Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So that stamp's going to go on it pretty quickly. So we'll see where that shakes out. We'll see how many more other bureaucrats decide to do the same thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's to see where it's going to go.
Sure.
The SEC is a big one, though.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
Well, you know what? The reality is that the banks, no one, there's been zero responsibility inside the banking structure for the downdraft of 2007. It's like, really? Next life, we all going to be bankers, man. I mean, seriously.
So do you think Trump will try and change that? I mean, he might. There's going to be things where he's going to surprise people on both sides. I think in terms of
so.
He's going to be for Wall Street and all that stuff. But I think he sees the same thing where in areas that there's like mass consensus agreement and somehow things haven't gotten done, you might see some action. And you know what? I think most people understand that there's a frustration that nobody for all the things that happened seems to have been responsible, at least criminally at all, for all the things that happened. And who knows? That would be a popular thing. I could see that would. We'll see.
Listen. I think everyone is hoping that. I mean, that totally makes sense. Right. Where my head's going though is that power and raw power take care of each other, and like. The rumor out there
against that for sure.
The rumor out there right now is that the Treasury Secretary head is going to be not only an elite. This is the elite of the elite. Okay, this guy here, Goldman Sachs guy. His father's a Goldman Sachs guy.
His name, but he was Trump's Treasury Secretary.
Treasury Secretary, but also Goldman Sachs, and on top of that, when they were unloading all the bad debt, guess who got it? He got it. So that's the ultimate in power. So if that's the guy, and then I can understand that too, that nothing changes, But I would like I agree with you, and I think with all of us that we say, okay, where are those curveballs going to go, and are they going to have some responsibility? And that'd be great. Sure. We'll find out. It's probably a lot harder once you get in there, right?
Man, right. But what part of the thing that I think has lulled everybody into thinking that there's all of these checks and balances that nothing will get done is that we've had a mixed Congress with the president for so long, and so people have the tendency right now to say like he can't do too much or something like that. Yeah. And it's a real gross generalization when in fact I cannot imagine a Republican wanting to stand up to Trump right now, just because that is not the popular thing to do.
Right.
And to get in, his path would be an ill-advised move, probably from just a personal benefit deal. So he's going to have a lot of latitude to really push whatever he wants. And Republicans, if they don't like it, they'll push back, and Democrats will too. But that's not going to be easy either in the same respect, right? So it's not easy to get things done. But the way things set up here with having both houses and having, Trump with a pretty solid win to stand behind his back when he wants to do things, that'll have some muster to it, right?
They had a story today, and this is I think some of these simple stories are going to be really good ones, folks. And what it was is that in Ohio there's a Carrier air conditioning plant, right? Trump went there and said he's going to save those jobs. They interviewed all these guys last night and ladies, and they said, yeah, well, now we want them to save our jobs. That's going to be your first deal. What's going to happen?
Right.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow Industrials right now are down 34. NASDAQ is up 43. S&Ps are up 6. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 40. You get the NASDAQ up 38. S&Ps are up 5.5. And you get a little selling happening in the NASDAQ. It's going to be interesting if this NASDAQ just can't handle it. Let's go to Mark in Concord. Hey, Mark, what's going on, brother?
Fine, Tom. How are you guys?
Great, man. Yourself?
Morning, Mark.
I'm fine. Hey, so I got a question for Tommy. Tommy, are you going to sit next to your dad on the plane tomorrow with his cold or what?
I know, man.
I
Game
know.
time decision. Of course I am. But I keep telling
No,
him.
you got to change your seat, man. I mean, you know what's
Maybe you guys change your seat. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I can change my seat.
I'm kidding. Totally, I am. You just got to get better, man. You just got to get better. That's it. Make it happen.
I feel good until I start yapping. I still feel good. I sound weird, though. I know.
Well,
You're all right.
well, Tom,
You
maybe
sound a
you
little
better let
better.
Tommy take. Tom, maybe you better let Tommy take the afternoon show and you take the afternoon off.
That sounds great, man.
That does sound great, sure.
I think I'll go out sailing for the afternoon. I like that. That'll probably make me better.
See what happens, Mark? See, we give him the day off to rest, and then he's going to go sailing.
Tom, it's a sick day, not a sail day.
Oh, I
There
don't
you
know
go.
about that.
I got a question on the financials. So, Tom, you still think that we're going to come down and test this Brexit thing? Because the financials are going wild. So here's my question. If we come down and test Brexit, what will happen to the financials? Because everyone thinks that financials will continue to go to the moon.
Yeah, right. No, let's look at it. I know what you're saying. Oh, first off, like if I take the strongest one, which is J.P. Morgan, it would have to come back inside, with the breakout areas, and this is a major breakout, man. So it's like, the J.P. Morgan with a Brexit is. Let me see. Let me put this on a weekly for a second.
I'm just going to chime in while you're looking at that like this election changes the rules, especially in certain industries. And in the financial industry, I would say that changed the rules instantly overnight. And I don't say it, nefariously. It's just it's going to change the regulations. That changes the rules. I mean, that's the way it works. They're going to have more leeway to do more with their capital.
That's true, Tommy. But my point here is that if your dad thinks that we're going to come down and test Brexit, I'm thinking, well, can we still do that because the financials are so strong?
I hear you right. I'm just throwing that into your mind to realize that the financials. I would agree that that's quite a breakout, and not just a breakout. It's a breakout on the fact that their world just changed, as all of ours did, but theirs especially. Theirs is one of the ones that definitely changed. Dodd-Frank is probably going to be gone, maybe. That's real life implications. That's going to allow them to do different deals for sure.
So, Mark, J.P. Morgan, right? When it broke out, when you broke out, the price projection would be 80. And the way I get that, you take the top of the breakout, which is 70, you take the bottom of it, which is 52. It's like, okay, you got $18. Well, actually 88. So we've hit 80 so far. I mean, I wouldn't be going short the financials. That's the bottom line. And to answer your question, no, we would have to get back inside the XLF, that breakout area. Let me take a look at the XLF in general.
So while you're bringing that up, Tom, can we still hit Brexit if the financial remains strong?
Oh, yeah. Easy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. When we're talking the financials now, this is what gets really intriguing. And actually, someone in the den had brought this up, which was really intriguing when I was saying in the SEC that there's going to be a new head, and their take is that the SEC is all about putting smaller broker dealers out of business with large fines. Meaning the big banks can pay the fines. That's part of their business, okay? So when you're talking the financials, you're only talking, there's not a lot of them. There's 7 or 8 of them that run in the world. You know what I mean?
That's true. But if you look at the if you look at the Dow, there's three or four financials in there: J.P. Morgan, American Express, and 1 or 2 other banks. So if those guys remain strong, you can throw out American Express. That's really not a bank. But you look at J.P. Morgan, and I don't know who the other bank is. It's either Bank of America or Citi.
Well,
those 2 guys remain strong.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
If those guys remain strong, I'm really wondering, well, how can we come down and test breakfast? Maybe we can, but I don't know. The other stuff would have to really come down a lot harder.
But it has.
See my analogy?
No, but it has. But I agree with what you're saying. But it's easy to.
Just so I gave some positive light for the financials too, but in the same respect, there could be some huge moves on trade deals that could just dramatically hurt some of the other companies. There's going to be huge winners and huge losers, as this plays out.
Yeah, Because what would end up happening, so picture the aspect of you have, in the United States, Dodd-Frank is probably down the tubes. That being said, what is not down the tubes, and this is where banks make a fortune, is mergers, okay? And if Trump holds to his word, and with the merger, actually, he is not going to let Chinese companies keep coming in buying companies. And this, the last quarter, our banks made more money on those deals than they'd made on anything. So.
I mean, imagine the next time that a headline comes out and Trump is the president, and a big Chinese corporation's trying to buy a big American corporation. That's when things are going to get exciting in the market, because that's going to be a real life deal, and that's we're not used to how that's going to play out. So
yeah, we don't know how that's going to play out.
It's going to be different when that happens, and we know it happens all the time. So get ready.
Yeah. All right, guys.
So hold on. What are you going to do now? Are you going to go long or short?
No, I have to think about what I want to do. I'll see how the market closes today. Right now I'm in cash.
I think you should get down to the your corner store there, that bread store in Concord, and go get some nice. Let's see. I used to love the raisin cinnamon bread. Where Mark lives, folks, he's got a bread store at the little corner. There's a beautiful little city down there, man. It's insane. I used to drive up there on Saturday mornings, man.
Hey, Tom Senior, when you're in California, the West Coast, on your mini trip, who's going to be doing your afternoon show, or are you going to do a remote?
I'm not sure yet.
We're not sure yet.
Yeah, time-wise, we're going to be working. Yeah, so it's going to be.
But we're not sure yet.
Yeah,
we'll be doing the morning show, I think. We'll be doing this show, I think, though, because this show will be 7 till 8.
Yeah.
Vegas West Coast time, which will be nice. So we'll be able to do this. It'll be 8 o'clock, and then we'll be able to go right down and kick that show off.
And you'll be able to do the market update at 10 o'clock?
Yes.
We do it all, Mark.
Yes.
Okay, all except for the sailing. You remember, that's a sick day if you're not this afternoon.
Well, that's what I've been trying to say. I'm saying you gotta calm down. You gotta go drink some tea, because I know he's, as I'm sure everybody knows, he does not rest easily very often, and so there we go.
Tommy, I've known your dad for quite a while, so I know he runs on steroids 24/7.
Needs to relax and let the body recuperate. Exactly.
Yeah. All right, guys. You will have safe travels. And,
thanks, man.
And we'll catch you soon. If I don't talk to you before Thanksgiving, you have a good Thanksgiving. And remember to stuff the turkey, not yourself.
I know. I think I'm starving right now, man. I could eat some turkey and stuffing right now.
I know. I plan on stuffing myself, so
we got to stuff ourselves, man.
Well, safe travels, guys.
Mark. Okay, Mark. Have a great one.
Bye.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right up. And, of course, we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. Swim lessons, Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself, Andy Heck this afternoon. Dow right now is down 35. Nasdaq's up 40. S&Ps are up 6. We're going to be right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's 2016 and TFNN has a brand new programming lineup to kick things off. Starting January 4th, Swim Lessons by Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade will be airing 5 days a week at noon Eastern Time. Join hosts Scott Connor, Kevin Hinks, and Cindy Faber as they host their daily options program live at noon 5 days a week with no commercials for the entire hour. Nico DeHaan and Paige Clark will be moving their program, Living a Primal Lifestyle, to twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 7 a.m. until 8 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up with Nico and Paige and start your day off right. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour by Nadex will now be live Mondays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Start and end the week with the three hosts, Tom O'Brien, Tommy O'Brien, and Daryl Martin, as they break down the world of trading binary options and spreads. For all the details on the new 2016 programming lineup, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 37. You get the Nasdaq up 35. S&Ps are up 5.5. And Tom, take a look at this. This is pretty amazing, folks. Tommy and I bring this up quite a bit in the mornings. The probability of rates going up.
Oh boy, where are they at?
Look at this.
Oh, there they are.
This is amazing, folks.
Yeah, so we had retail numbers this morning, which were awesome as well, right? Did that play into that at all? Or
I'm not sure what happened. I saw that in the den, and I says, okay, I got to bring this up, okay? But you're talking about 94%. This is the highest we've ever seen it. And this is like, actually...
It's coming, yeah. Can you put that screen back up? Even if you look at what are the like 50% rate? You know what?
Let's. Okay, so if we go out 50%, that'd be this column here.
No, that's a quarter rate, because that's going from 0.25 to 0.5 to 0.5 to 0.75, right? So 94% is the chance that it goes up a quarter point. Yeah. So the market's saying there's like 0% chance they're going to come out in December and go up 0.5%. Right. But there's a 6% chance that they raise now and then they raise in February.
Yeah.
There's and then there's 15, 22. I'm just looking at that second column.
No, totally.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So it's a big number, and realistically, the market itself, folks, has already brought them up. That's the reality. The 10-year. Because we don't get the rates that even we're talking about. That's only a bank-to-bank rate.
I mean, just to put it on that, there was like almost a 20% chance that by September of next year, we have 3 rate hikes.
Yeah, that's intense.
That's where, once the market says there's a 95% chance across the board they're raising in December, it's like, okay, well, then what's next, right?
Yeah, big time. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you.
Because that's going to happen, as in if it gets that high, it's just that much of a probability. That's where it is.
Inflation better be running rampant if it's going to get that high, because true interest rates are what it's about, folks. Meaning, what is the rate of inflation versus what the rate it costs to borrow money, and if that rate to borrow money goes up more than the rate of inflation, which it's supposed to, by the way, but it hasn't, then you're talking.
You need that growth.
Yeah,
right?
You need that growth, man. Growth.
The only reason higher interest rates make sense is if you have, big time growth. That's as in a good way.
And the amazing part about this, and this is where this is where the battles are going to come in, the actual foundational battles with the new administration, folks. Because if the rates do that, the deficit will go up exponentially. Because of the fact that we owe so much money. And that gets on the balance sheet immediately, because what is the rate? So that's going to be a battle in itself. So
That's the only way that rates going up is if we're having in a good, as in things are going well, as if we have the growth, right?
Right. So,
yeah.
Well, it's going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out.
It sure is, man.
The market out here today is still trying to figure it out. There's
it's going to be trying to figure it out for like the next 6 months, and I say that completely seriously.
Isn't that good? I know.
Yeah, no, it's great. Exactly.
Pretty good.
I say there's going to be so many news stories that were used to being a very status quo ordeal, and the status quo has changed. And so, just like you said, that was a great example when a foreign company tries to come in and buy a staple American company.
Right.
You're probably going to see the president of the United States get up and say, I'm not going to let that happen. And that'll be interesting to see what the market does when the president with, the House and the Senate behind him says, I'm not going to let that happen.
Yeah, and that's where the soft money's going to come in, though.
That's where everything's going to come in. That's where reality is going to meet rhetoric, right? And we'll see what happens.
Gotta love it, man.
Totally.
Okay, you stay right there, folks. Man, Basil Chapman's coming up next, and then swim lessons. Steve Rhodes, Dave White, myself.
And we'll be live from Las Vegas tomorrow on this show. There we go. No, not tomorrow, because we're traveling on Thursday. Okay.
Yeah, tomorrow. Thursday.
Tomorrow
that's
we're
right.
flying.
We're flying.
That's all.
Stay right there, folks. Basil's coming right up.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.